Hey everyone, I am here with another sponsored video with Bloomingdale's. I am loving these one brand focused videos. I think they're a really fun way to look at old favorites and introduce us to some new favorites. And today it's all about Clinique, as you can tell by the title above my head. This is an easy one for me. I have been using Clinique since I was, I think, 12, 13 years old. The very first high-end makeup that my mom let me purchase was Clinique, and over 30 years later, that love affair has not ended. So I have put this face together using some of my all-time go-to favorite Clinique products, as well as a few new ones in my collection that I am in love with. So keep on watching and we'll get into it. So clearly I'm not having a good skin day. Does anyone else notice that when you get sick, like I've been battling a cold, I think, for about a week now, that my skin, anyway, that's a whole nother, please let me know in the comments if that's something that happens to you. It kind of works out nicely that my skin's not doing well for this video because that's what I love about Clinique. Their products are fragrance free. They don't ever irritate my skin, whether it's their skincare or their makeup. I know it's safe. This is the Clinique Moisture Surge Face Spray. It is a moisturizing spray, face mist. It literally says on the bottle, thirsty skin relief. If like right now I've already moisturized a little while ago and my face is not as moisturized feeling as I'd like it to be before I start in on the foundation, we spray. Foundation, I love all of this. Like I was about to say, I love this, obviously. I love all of this. This is the Clinique Even Better Glow. So there is an even better version without the glow. This is a fairly new release from Clinique. It's the glow version, and it also has SPF 15. I don't know that you need to shake it up, but I like to. I love this bottle. It's plastic and squeezy. Great for travel. And we all need a little glow, especially right now in the summer. So I'm gonna slap this on, and I like to dot it right on the not so great areas. Just gives me a little more coverage, but this has really nice coverage on its own anyway. Now, if I want to keep the coverage on the more medium side, I'm going to use a brush, and I do. So just any old flat top foundation brush will do. That is a perfect match for my skin right now, and I should tell you I am in the shade Breeze VF, which I believe means very fair. No kidding. And it also says CNO2, just for your, if you're looking for it, that is what it is. And everything will be linked in the order in which I share it, show it, use it, whatever, down in the description box. So where it says show more, that's what you're gonna see. Let's deal with the blemishes. So they actually were pretty well covered up by this foundation, but you can still see my freckles coming through, which I actually like. This is fabulous. You can use this as a concealer, which is what I'm about to do, or if you want to sheer it out, you can use it as a foundation, or actually if you want a very heavy full coverage foundation, this is what you need. It's the continuous coverage and also has SPF 15, which I like as a concealer because the last thing you want is to get sun on your blemishes and make things worse. So a little goes a long way. I mean, the tiniest dot. And then I'm just gonna dot it over the areas. I'm not even squeezing the tube. I'm just going back and touching the residue, basically, that's on the top of the tube. Now let's talk about under eyes. You know that I like a two-step process if you've been watching me. I like to do a brightener slash corrector first, pat that in, and then do concealer over. So let me share this with you. This is the Clinique Airbrush Concealer. I've had this in my arsenal for years. There are two pink shades very pink shades in this line. I have it in the shade 01 Fair, which is the lighter one. There is a slightly more salmony pink tone if you go a little farther down the color line, but this one is perfect for my skin tone. It's literally a brush, like a little, you don't really need a lot. That was a lot. Let me spread it around. Make sure you get it in these inner corners here, because that's where my darkness really is. And then I trace like kind of along the wrinkle under my eye. It's a good place. I'm just gonna stick with the good old fingers. I'm also bringing it onto my lids for a little primer, although I have something in mind for that too. Stay tuned. Let's move on to powder. So something that I like to do, especially in the summer or if I'm wearing particularly more radiant foundation, is use a powder foundation to set my makeup. It gives me it's a little more coverage, but it also, I just feel, is just an added layer of protection between me and sweating. And this is the Beyond Perfecting Powder Foundation and Concealer in the shade 6 Ivory. I also like keeping this in my purse because it's a powder foundation and concealer. So if I need to treat any blemishes that pop through during the day, I literally can just open this, rub my finger on it, and just pat it over the blemish. If you wanted more coverage, then put it on with the sponge that comes with it. As you can see, it is well used. Bronzer and highlighter are on. Let's talk about a favorite blush. Again, longtime love. I own almost every, not quite every, but almost every shade in the Cheek Pop collection. My two most used shades in the summer are Peach Pop. If I have like a faux tan going on, I will reach for Peach Pop. Clearly, that's not happening. So my absolute favorite is Melon Pop. And I will say that I don't just use this in the summer, but this is my go-to summer blush. And I'm literally going to pop that right on my cheeks. Okay, I'm gonna do my brows and then we'll pop back to talk about eyes. Fun part now is eyes. So this little guy, look at how cute it is. This is the Touch Base for Eyes. I have it in the shade Canvas Light. It's a little cream. You can use it as an eye base, which is what I'm about to do, but you can also layer it over your eyeshadow and add a little shimmer to something. This comes in 3 shades that I'm aware of, depending on your skin tone. Obviously, this one works best for me, and I just stick my finger in. I love this little mirror, and pop it on the lid. I'm not going all the way to the top of all the way to the brow bone because I don't really like shimmer up there. Some people do. If that's your thing, go for it. I love their little quads. I love them. I have 2, and I was debating which one to use. There's pink chocolate, which I do adore. It's what I love about Clinique is their makeup is just very wearable. It's not, if you want to do an editorial look, they do have those options, but for the most part, all their stuff that they put out is just, you can wear it in any occasion. I love this one. This is the Teddy Bear Quad. What I really love is, do you see the eye that's imprinted on this mirror? So it actually shows you which shade goes where. Now, there are no rules. This is just a suggestion, but I really love that it has that little guideline for you. So I'm just gonna go in with the lightest shade, number 1, and just put it on the top of my brow bone. Just a nice kind of ivory shade. This particular palette is all matte, basically. Maybe a little satiny, but I'd say it's all matte, which is one of the reasons I like this Canvas Light, because it will give a little bit of shimmer behind what I'm putting on the eye, and then I'm gonna layer 2. I'm gonna take the 3rd shade. I'm not following the rules. And I am going to put that in the crease with a blending brush. This can also be dragged down onto the lid, which I am going to do, but I wanna use a denser brush first to put a little bit of a transition shade. I'm gonna put another deeper shade on top of this in a second. Then with a flat shader brush, I'm using that same shade, and I'm packing it onto the lid, and that shimmer is peeking through. So even though this is technically a matte shadow, I'm getting more of a satin. I wouldn't say it's like a full-on foil shimmer, but a satiny lid, which is exactly what I want. Then back with that same blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with the 2nd shade there and deepen up the crease a little bit. I'm also gonna take a pencil brush and put that 2nd shade, run it underneath the eye. This cheats the eye and makes it look a little bit bigger, and also kind of hides that little crease wrinkle that goes underneath your eye. And then we're gonna deepen it even more with this brown here. I believe that is shade number 4. And I'm just gonna stamp that right in the corner where my socket line starts. And I'm not bringing it too far up. Do you see, I'm not even blending, and it's I mean, I'm not even trying, and it's just blending all seamlessly. It's so pretty. I have a fun plan for my liner on my top lid, but on the bottom, I'm just taking a liner brush and I'm running the darkest shade really close to the roots of my lashes. Then I'm going back with my pencil brush and just gonna smudge that a little bit. You can close your eye when you're doing that, especially if you wear contacts so you don't poke yourself. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes first and then we're gonna do eyeliner and mascara. I like to bust out the fun colors for eyeliner as the weather warms up. I do not know why, but that's just how I roll. This is Clinique Intense Peacock. If green, deep green is not your thing, but it's so deep that it's almost indiscernible. Like, unless you get real close, you won't realize it. You'll just think it's like maybe like a charcoal gray or something. I'm just gonna run this along the top lash line. Nothing fancy. I hold my eyeliner pencil sideways. I feel like it gives me a little more stability and control. So I wear contacts. I've worn them since I was 13 years old. I'm older than that now. And I like knowing that their mascaras, well, first of all, they just work. They make my lashes look big and thick and fat and black and everything that I want, but they also don't irritate my eyes, which is very nice. So first, bottom lashes. I just repurchased this. I love the little baby bottom lash. It's just so cute. And it's a tubing mascara, which means that it doesn't come off unless you're using warm water. So it's essentially waterproof unless you stick your head in some warm water, which shouldn't happen to you as in your daily activities. So I just tilt my head down and wiggle this tiny little brush along my bottom lashes, and I can use that tiny little brush to really get into that corner. That's the hard part for me, is getting the lashes on the outer corner. One of my all-time favorite mascaras. I had a hard time, I just bought a new tube, deciding between this one, which is the Chubby Lash Fattening Mascara, and their high impact volume, high impact extreme volume. They have a lot of really good mascaras, and I kept going back and forth, like which one, and I ended up going with the Chubby Lash. I love it. So it has teeny tiny little bristles on it. So you can get really in there and wiggle away, tilting your head up. I mean, look at those. Can you see the difference? Mascara, naked. That's one coat. Let's continue. Let's do 2 coats, shall we? I mean, these don't even look real. Do they?
Look good. Still rolling.
I know.
I mean, it's perfect color and it's great. I wouldn't change a thing.
Just have to edit because it's like, before we move on to lips, I just want to go on a little tangent. This is not marketed for lips. This is the, okay, the print is really tiny, but it's basically their Take Off the Day balm in a stick form, like so. And it's meant for you to rub on your eyes and take your eye makeup off, but I've mentioned this before, but I cannot do this video without mentioning it again. If you are a YouTuber and you do lip swatches, or you're just a beauty junkie, which I assume you are because you're here watching me, this is great for just like if you want to swap out your makeup, your lipstick, but don't want to take off your whole face. I'm not going to do it because I'm about to actually put on lipstick, but you just put this along your lips and tissue it off, and your lipstick comes right off, leaving the rest of your face intact. It is a lifesaver, and because it's moisturizing, your lips are not going to be all dried out and icky like it does when you use like another makeup remover to get your lipstick off. So just a little tip, I always have this handy on my makeup counter area. All right, lips. So longtime viewers will know of my love for the Clinique Pop Lip Color Primer Plus Base, I think is the official. Yeah. So basically these little guys, and these I just picked my 4 current favorites for summertime. These are lipsticks. I love that the tube shows you what you're getting. I love that they're square. They don't go rolling off my bathroom counter. Anyway, I just grabbed my 4 favorite summer colors, which are Beige Pop, Melon Pop, which matches the blush, Sweet Pop. And I love this when I have a tan happening, which is clearly not happening. Poppy Pop. It is just your perfect orangey red. Look at how pretty that is. Gorgeous. Love it. Now, I was debating, do I put on one of these for you or do we play with these guys? These are the new Pop Splash lip glosses and I couldn't pick just one, so I bought two. This one is Rosewater Pop and I think it would be really pretty for a pop of color, literally. And then this one I believe is, yes, Air Kiss, which, let me just swatch these for you. Ignore the eyeliner that's on the back of my hand. So the light shade is the Air Kiss one, and then the brighter one is Rosewater Pop. And it's not swatching as beautifully on the back of my hand as on my lips, because obviously my lips have a little more color behind them. But the Air Kiss one has this beautiful nude, subtle shimmer to it that is gorgeous layered on your lips by itself. And then the Rosewater Pop gives you enough color if you want to try brights, but you are afraid of, full-on pigmented lipstick, but it would look beautiful layered over any other lipstick just to give it a little more longevity and brightness. I think I have enough going on with the green eyeliner, so I'm going to go with Beige Pop, which is your perfect, pinky nude. I mean, truly a nude without looking like a dead person, because that's not a pretty look. And then I'm gonna layer this over it. These glosses are so, I can't stop wearing them. Hang on. See, I don't think that you can see it. It's so pretty in person. They're so moisturizing. They're so silky on the lips, but they're not sticky. They just glide on. They're so pretty. I love every shade. You know what? I'm gonna take this off just so you can see what it looks like just on its own. And I'm also gonna put the other one on. Why not? If you're just running around town and you just want a little bit of gloss, here you go. Here's Air Kiss. All by itself. Oh, this feels really nice. It's like putting on a balm. See, it's just a subtle shimmer. It's not too much. If you're not a big makeup girl, I highly recommend this. It's so pretty. I love it. But let's try Rosewater Pop. Hang on. Rosewater Pop. It's so subtle. But see, it's warming up my lips, giving it a little color. I'm really happy with just this. If you want a little more intensity or a little more longevity, grab a lip liner and then slap this on and you are good to go for the summer. So I hope that you have enjoyed looking at some of my favorite go-to products from the Clinique line. I cannot recommend shopping at Bloomingdale's enough. And something I recently learned that I think is kind of huge, especially if you're ordering online, if you sign up to be a loyalist at Bloomingdale's, which is like a frequent shopper thing, which is free to do, just hop on their website and sign up to be a loyalist, then shipping is free no matter how low of your purchase or how high of your purchase. It's always free for loyalists. So that is a good tip. Not everybody knows that. Who doesn't love free shipping? I do. If I haven't mentioned your favorites in this video, I'd love to hear from you. What are your go-to products from Clinique? So please leave those in the comments below. Thank you to Bloomingdale's for sponsoring this video. It's been a blast working with them. If you want to see the other one brand focus videos that I've done with Bloomingdale's, I will link them below and they will also be following this video. As always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.